Hey, it's Kyle from HubSpot Academy. In sales, there's often a trade-off between speed and quality. For example, the fastest way to email a group of prospects is to send one email to all of them. But having a complete lack of personal touch practically guarantees you won't get very many responses. On the other hand, if you manually write each individual email, it'll take so long that you might never finish. It can seem impossible to increase speed without sacrificing quality, and vice versa. That's where sales technology comes in. Good sales tools help you increase speed or quality without sacrificing the other. For example, email templates and automated email sequences both increase your speed without sacrificing any quality. But great sales tools increase your speed and quality at the same time. Let's see what that looks like in HubSpot with sequence queues and sales email recommendations. Imagine that you recently attended a conference and made a whole bunch of new contacts. Now that you're back in the office, it's time to reach out and keep the conversations going. Email is a great way to do that. If you started writing the emails manually, you'd probably quickly find yourself repeating certain lines over and over. Like, "It was great to meet you," and "Thanks for discussing X with me," and "I'd love to find a time to pick up the conversation and go deeper." This is a great job for an email template. Put those static phrases into the template, add personalization tokens to pull in information about the person, and leave some space and add a few personal touches based on the conversation you had at the conference. Presto! Now you have an email template that will help you send personalized messages faster. But don't stop there. People are often busy playing catch-up when they get back from a conference. So you can create a second template to follow up with those who don't respond. Write a few lines about how busy they must be post-conference, and maybe send them a helpful piece of content, either about the things you want to discuss with them, or maybe about recovering from attending a conference. Now you have two templates, which you can put into a sequence. This way, if your first email gets lost in the post-conference shuffle, the sequence will send the second email a couple days later to keep the conversation going. But you met a lot of people at this conference. How are you supposed to enroll them all into this sequence? That's where sequence queues comes in. Find the people you met at the conference and put them all into the queue for your post-conference sequence. Then you can customize the sequence for each recipient, one right after the other, and enroll them all in just a few minutes. Templates, sequences, and sequence queues all increase your speed without compromising your quality. But how can you increase your quality? The answer is sales email recommendations. As you work through your sequence queue, sales email recommendations will give each email a personalization score from 1 to 3, and then give you suggestions about how to improve that score. Information about the person's company, as well as general sales email best practices, will be delivered to you right as you're customizing the email template. Reference these suggestions as you personalize every email to make sure you're sending each person the best email for them. And now you're sending out the highest quality emails at the highest possible speed.